Good morning, everybody. It's Barbie at Nellie and Ruth Designs. Welcome back. Today I've got a fun little tutorial, craft with me, step-by-step video I want to do with you. I was working last and I came into my craft room late last night. I had a very busy day and I just needed something to take my mind off of world events and things that are going on in our area. So I wanted to play with some paper. Did a little Bible study after that with the Unashamed podcast, and it was a perfect ending to my night. So I came in to work on some tags last night, and I pulled out all of my birds and my mushrooms. I just felt I needed to become, here's some of the mushrooms. I'll show you everything in a bit. I just wanted to become a little more grounded, and nature has a way of calming me down. I haven't been doing a lot of hiking because it's been so cold and icy. And I just figured if I could bring my nature inside, everything would be great. So the other day I made a video where I made these little specimen cards, and I made a few, and I think I told you at the end of that video I would show you all that I made. So I want to show you that first. And if you didn't see the video, I invite you to go back and take a look at it because it's a fun video, and these are really great dies, thinlits that you can use to create some specimen cards. I'm not going to tell you right now where I got everything, but just go back to the video and take a look, and I'll have everything in the description as to where you can buy this die cut. But the flowers were from my garden, and again, I'll explain everything, but I just wanted to show you everything that I made. I split them up because I'm going to be sending half over across the pond to a friend. And then these here I'm going to be keeping for myself. But I wanted to show you because I like to try to bring in fiber with nature. I just wanted to show you everything that was completed. Some of these I did do in the video, so you will see these, okay? These are the ones that I don't believe I did on camera, but they came out so cute. I just love them. All these fun little fibers. This here is from my neighbor who does the weaving. She gave me some really fun fibers to use, and I love this. And then this is more fibers from a piece of woven, and I thought that went really well with the little blues. And then I think I did this one on camera. These are little dandelion seeds, and I just think they're adorable. So I wanted to show you those because I did say that I would show you everything in a next video that I accomplished. So thanks for joining in. I'd love to have you stick around for the tags. So last night, like I said, I came into my craft room and I just needed to be grounded and relax and soothe my soul. So I kind of took these tags in a totally different direction that I was originally going to go. Originally, I was going to take the tags and use a lot of these little tiny ephemera bits and pieces on them. And again, I sat down. I didn't know what direction I was going to go in. And as you can see, these are still all in my hand. I decided not to use them. I really wanted to use a lot of these and rip and tear and add them. I only did one on a tag. This one I had ripped and tore. Maybe we can use that today. I don't know. We'll see. I have some over here waiting on the sideline to come into play. But I really liked the way these came out, and I will tell you where these are digital downloaded tags. I'll tell you where I got them. But I added, which I wanted to do with you today, I added some stenciling to them. And I think it just really adds to the background, and it just creates a little bit more interest. And then this is sari silk, which is a fun sari silk. This has a real pretty pattern to it. So I added those to the top. So I thought that we could make some of those today. So let me show you first the digital downloads and where they come from for the tags. And another tip I want to give you, I didn't put enough paper in my printer to run everything off. So this is just copy paper. Don't throw this away. I will plan on taking this and using this on a master board, or I will just cut and put it on a little heavier cardstock. So don't think that you've made a mistake. You can take your lemons and turn it into lemonade. Always remember that. So these digital downloads came from ARTYmaze, and they're labeled Tag Fabrication. And I really, really like these. They're very earthy. I love the colors on them, all the colors of nature. And this here, I just ran off. I have a ream of paper from Staples that is just, actually, I don't know if this is from Staples. I might have gotten this from Michael's, but it's just a little heavier cardstock. And I just really like all of these colors here. And there's a lot more to this kit. There's mushrooms, there's birds, there's sayings. So head over to ARTYmaze and take a look. It's tag, and I'll put this in my description where I got this, so you'll know right where to go. So the tags that I'm going to do first, they do not need any stenciling. I do want to do some stenciling with you today, but I have pulled some mushrooms and birds from this little envelope that was sent to me. And I'm not sure if I received this from Tanya at Tatty Treasures or I received it from my good friend Julia over in the UK. I have a feeling I received all of these from Julia at Brighton Beach. I'm not going to put her information in my description because she closed up her Etsy shop and she has taken a hiatus from Instagram to spend time with family. And I don't think, we do chat often. I don't think that she will be back doing anything, but I can give you her Instagram account. It's Brighton Beach Bazaar, and you can take a look at what she used to have. But Julia had wonderful, wonderful items that I would buy from her. So I want to get these down. And again, I'm just using all, nature and again, my birds, because even though it's my gardening journal, which consists of flowers, what visits the garden but birds, bees, and butterflies? So that's why I put the butterflies on these here. So it is a change from what I originally was going to use, and I like it much better. How many times do we think that we're headed in the right direction, or we know what we want to do, and then all of a sudden those plans shift and change, and we head somewhere else. one thing that my mother and I have learned from reading the Bible and studying the Bible, that we never know what, and I tell my kids this too, we never know what direction the Lord is going to point us in. It'll always be the right direction. And there's always a reason for it, and we can't always understand it or explain it. And we just have to accept what is. No matter how hard we think, we could change something, I've learned you cannot change what God has planned for you. And I think that's okay, because he knows what he's doing. And we just have to put our faith, in the Lord. And so that's okay. That's okay by me. And just maybe God sent me in this direction with the nature and all he created, so I could glorify him today while I was speaking to you, and amen to that. I'm going to take a little bit of this off. I had a wonderful surprise a couple days ago. I watch, I love Lee Child. I like his books. And I've read quite a few of them. He does the Reacher series. Whoops, we're not doing that one. We're going this way, aren't we? Yep. Because that little stem had to be cut. So he writes the Jack Reacher series. And when I read Lee Child's books, I knew Jack Reacher was a big man, and he had it all going on. I mean, nobody was going to mess with Jack Reacher. Nobody does mess with Jack Reacher. And Jack Reacher always does what's right. So when we first started watching the Jack Reacher series, Tom Cruise was cast. And everybody was really upset because Tom Cruise did not fit the part of Jack Reacher. And he's a good actor, but he did not fit the physical profile. So even before they started with the Jack Reacher series on TV, I think it's all through Amazon or Netflix. I don't remember. I think it's Amazon. We watched Jack Reacher because Jack Ryan is also on, I believe, Amazon. So now this one here, I am going to get my stencil. I want to do a little bit of stenciling right here. So we might as well start that straight away. And I'm not going to put my messy mat on here because I do have everything already out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the back of this, which really won't matter. So getting back to Jack Reacher. So when I read the books, all right, let me just tell you the inks I'm going to be using. It looks like I put them all back away in here. So one I really like is Pistachio. So I'm going to pull, no, this is New Sprout. Where's the pistachio? Olive Grove. I think I put them back in here from last night. Bamboo, pear. Well, what do you know? They must be here somewhere on my desk. So just bear with me. Here's my little finger. What the hey? Well, this is crazy. This is a little cray-cray. New Sprout, bamboo. Last night I was using pistachio. Oh, for the heavens to Murgatroyd. Let's see. This is wacky. This is wacky. What did I do with them? New Sprout. Oh, I know where they are. Silly me. They're on the floor with my... They're on the floor with on my messy mat. Along with my stencils. So, all right. I think I got it together now. So there's the stencils I'll be using. Okay, so when I used to watch, or when I used to read the Lee Child books, like I said, I always picture someone that's been in a movie. It helps me with the character and kind of bond with them. So when I used to read the Lee Child books, I think this one I'm going to use the teal just for a little contrast. I always pictured Liam Neeson because when he was in all of the Taken movies, I could picture him as being Jack Reacher because he was pretty bad. In the Taken movies, you know, he went and got the job done when he was going there to bring his daughter home and all of that. So that's who I pictured when I read the book. See, doesn't that look nice with just that little tiny bit of blue added in there? So when they cast Tom Cruise, it was just like, nah, this ain't right. It's just, no, everybody was really upset. So here comes a new Jack Reacher. And Alan, I think you pronounce it Richtman. He was, I believe he was in Aquaman. I think. I've never really seen him before, and I didn't see Aquaman, so don't quote me on it, what movie he was in the past. So he did an amazing job. I mean, he was a really good, we finished the series, he was a really, really good Jack Reacher. Fit the part, everything. So I follow him. I started following him on Instagram, and then he's got a beautiful family. He's got a really, really pretty wife. And I was pleasantly surprised to see that she's just, I don't want to insult anybody, or, I mean, she's not like a star. She's like a normal gal, almost like they were high school sweethearts. I don't know their background, but she's not a movie star. They have 3 beautiful boys. I think they're 9, 7, and maybe 5. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of research. Okay, I'm going to wait to do the bows afterwards. This one I'm not going to put any, maybe a little bit of blue up here. So I was watching him the other day on Instagram, and he started speaking about his thoughts with Ukraine, and then, which totally made a lot of sense, for being a star, a movie guy. I really enjoyed and was very happy that he was voicing his opinion, which I think more people should do. I don't think they should be intimidated by others in the industry. So I ended up following, it said, watch more. So I hit the watch more. And I don't know why that didn't belong on there. And it took me to a site called that he is on and he speaks on, and it's called InstaChurch. So, and it's YouTube. So I went to InstaChurch, and it's all of Alan doing, I'd say, anywhere from 10 to 15-minute talks about his life, he's very, very, very rooted in Christ. And I was so happy to see that. And he gives passages, he quotes, he takes quotes from the Bible, and I was just so excited. So of course I started following him on InstaChurch too. So if that's something you're interested in, that would be wonderful to check that out. But I was really pleased. I was really happy to see that. Okay, let's see here. I think I'm going to reposition this just a little bit, maybe over to here. Bring it to the side a little bit more, and I think that will do it. I think that'll be good. Oh, let's see here. I'm just attaching these as I usually do. So I have the position right. And I don't know who that is.
Call from 518-272-4432.
And I don't know who that is. Probably, I'm having my furnace people come out tomorrow. They're probably just calling to reconfirm the appointment. Because I'm blowing through oil.
Hello, this is Skylar from Downray calling. I was just
Yep.
calling to give a friendly reminder that we'll be sending a service tech out tomorrow, anywhere between 8 and noon. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact our office at 518-272-4432.
See, I hit the nail on the head with that one. Yeah, I've been blowing through oil. So my oil company came out and checked my furnace, and they did see, because there's no way I am using 400 gallons a month of fuel oil. So they came out and checked my furnace, and they did find a few things wrong. So a tech is coming out tomorrow to kind of tear it apart and see. It just keeps running. And I just had it serviced by another company, which I'm not using anymore. But I don't need to be paying for 400 gallons every month at $4 a pop. If I had false teeth, I would have dropped them when I got my last bill. So something is terribly wrong. All right, so that one is done. And I do like the little bit of blue that is on here. And then this will be the last one here. And then we'll stencil up some other ones. But I just love all of these nature. All of these nature. I think this one I'm going to use a little bit of the pistachio. And this is really ripped and torn from last night when I was doing this, but that's okay. These little finger ones don't last very long, but I use them until the very end. Until they're, it's almost like your eraser on your pencil, until I just can't use it anymore, and I'm literally scraping with the metal that the eraser's encased in. All right, let's see here. My son's coming for dinner tonight. His wife is going out with a girlfriend, and we had all made plans to have dinner Tuesday night, and I know Mar needs a night out with a friend. So my son called me this morning and he says, "Mom, I'm still coming for dinner tonight." I said, "I know you are." And he said, "You're going to make something really good, right?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "Something really, really yummy?" And I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "Do you have anything in mind?" He's like, "No, just something really yummy." So I'll be cooking this afternoon. I don't know what. I don't know what he has in mind, or what there's so many things he likes. I don't know what he would. I think it's going to have to be some meat, because maybe I can go get some steaks or something, because his wife won't. She doesn't cook steak for him. She still tries not to eat a lot of meat. So like when she makes a chili, she'll make a vegetarian chili. She'll eat chicken, but so I may just have to go in town, bite the bullet, and get some nice fillets. With the price of them, I cringe. It's like real. I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, we did not. Okay, these are done. We did not go out to dinner unless it was a special occasion. It had to be an anniversary. We had so many weddings to go to that was nice, because we were always out. My mom's family, it was a big Polish family. So my aunt, she had 8 children, and it seemed like every year, one of them was getting married. All my cousins were older than me, so it was quite fun. But I can only remember going out to dinner. I don't really know why we went out to dinner, because my mom was a good cook. We never went out for a holiday. We had all holidays at home. You know, we never went out for Thanksgiving dinner or this here. I'm just using my old paper punch for the holes. We didn't go out at Christmas. We didn't go out at Easter. So I do remember going out. We had a really good spaghetti house, and we would go there occasionally. Just going to cut some of the same sari silk because I really do like this pattern. But nowadays, people are always going out to eat. We don't as much anymore because I find that, I don't know, the food just isn't that good anymore. It's all prefixed, and there's one restaurant that we do go to. It's an old French restaurant, and the owner came right from, she was a war bride, and she came back to the States with her husband, with Pierre, and I may have to put some decoupage over these little branches so they don't rip and tear. So she was a war bride and came back with Pierre, and they started a restaurant, and it's wonderful. And they have a huge following. They are down by the Saratoga racetrack in August. We don't even want to go there in August because there's so many racing people that go there. It's hard to get into. But Pierrette she'll build a table for us if we want to come down. That's the one thing that she's been very, very good to us. She's in her 80s now. And sometimes, if we're there at, towards the end of the night, she'll sit with us. And the war stories that she tells us, they blow our mind. They blow our mind. And every Christmas, they have a celebration. And it's usually the first weekend of December. And we try to go if we can. And she gets up and she sings the old French songs. She has an amazing voice on her, especially after she's had a few drinks. But she's been a widow for many, many, many years, and she runs her whole family, the daughters and her son. And the grandkids are working there now when they're home. One of her sons is her grandsons is in the military. So it's one of those places you just feel like you're home. You're home when you walk in. And all right, so there are. Okay, so we have these three, and then I'll do a little bit of, let me look at my time. Okay, it's 34 minutes, so I got a little bit more time. So we have these completed, and I just love how earthy they are. It's almost like I can smell the spring dirt. You know when you go outside and you can smell the spring dirt? Well, that's what it's like here. I wanted to get that phone out of here. So when I look at these, that's exactly what especially these, I just think of the smells of the mushrooms and the spring and the dirt. And even though they look a little bit fallish, that's what I think, the primrose. So I really, really, really like these. These are going to be nice in my journal. So let's get over here and we'll do a little bit of, we'll jazz these up a little bit. And I'm not going to cut them off. I think I'm just going to stencil right on the papers here. So this one I haven't cut out yet. I didn't print this one out. So I'm anxious to do some stenciling on these here. So I've been using the branches up here. There is one where I used, let me show you. I did use on this one the bird cage with some branches around there. I like that a lot. I think that's really pretty. These were a couple others that I stenciled last night, and I'm just setting those aside to use later. But I really like the clock here, all of the timepieces. So I think this will work out well, because when you have your papers here like this and you don't cut them, you can actually just overlap, so you can kill two birds with one stone. And I think I might move it down so it's pretty much covering the corner down here. And so I think I'm going to, on this one, let me see what other colors I have here. Got summer sky. This one looks a little, this is Paris dusk. That might be too dark. Olive Grove, that might be a possibility. Pear tart looks a little bit, the cantaloupe is a little bit lighter. This is what the cantaloupe looks like right there. That's definitely looks like cantaloupe. Bahama blue. These are a little bit darker blues. In this bin, I do have, I love these mementos, so I do have quite a few. I've got the pinks, lavender. I want something earthy again, but I'd like something a little brighter. Peanut brittle. That might be kind of fun. A plum might work. There's toffee crunch. Tango. Potter's clay. All right, let's play with some of these. Let's try, maybe the potter's clay would look cool on these here. So this one I had some red on. So let's try potter's clay on both of these. Oh, I think this is going to be the nuts here. These little finger see, now I went over that, but that's okay. I might end up putting something there. Work out really well, especially if you're frustrated. You just want to get out your aggressions, because you kind of have to press hard with these. There you go. So there's that. We'll cut these out to see. Yeah, I like that potter's clay a lot. Very earthy. And let's go up here. Let's do this little clock. I haven't done this one yet. Let's see what this looks like. Yep. And I'm not sure, I can't tell you where I got these stencils. I don't remember. I don't think they, well, wait a minute. What's it say on the bottom here? It just says www. The Crafters workshop.com. So I'll put that in my description as well. So there's the clock there. I think I'm going to add some, maybe I'll add this up across here. I'll add some branches, maybe coming down across here. And I'm just going to stick with this potter's clay because I love this color. And I'm just going to end it there. Yeah, I like that. And this I'm going to leave like that. So let's cut these, and then I think I'm going to add, because this is a bigger one, I'm going to add a little bit of word over here. And I just have to be careful. I don't want to come over to the side and get a smudge there. All right, so let's put the top on that. Let's get this cut out. I'm just going to take, just trim these corners at the bottom so they're not so sharp. All right, so we have that one there. And then we have this one here, and then we will decorate these and we will call it a day. I just wanted to bring the idea to you, you know, even though something looks like it's all set and ready to go, you can throw some stenciling on it and you can change the whole composition, the background, and the feel of something. So get out those stencils and play. And I'm going to just take a little bit off the bottom here. I'm going to cover up these if I just left things, like my mother, to put things back where they belong and you can find them. If I just left things alone, kept them where they belong, I wouldn't be in the great search. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to put that back where I can find it. Put it back where it belongs. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to move those to the side. So I found this bird last night, this cardinal, and I am dying to use it. And I think maybe I can put it on here. And last night when I was working on these, the one thing, there was a lot of things that I wanted to use. However, there was a really pretty butterfly. Oh, this butterfly. And it keeps getting lost. The wings keep getting lost in the background. So, maybe I could use it on that. But if I wasn't so hard-headed and trying to use it, I just don't think it's going to work on any of these. But I love that butterfly. So I guess I'm just going to have to keep it for another time. Although ARTYmaze provided a couple butterflies on here that are very dark and would look nice on there, but and again, I think maybe I may have to put a little something behind here to bring that head out. So I could actually move this down a little bit and add that label there, which would be a nice contrast. This one, it seems like I need, looks like I'm going to be going with some reds and oh, let's see, we have over here in the world of mushrooms and berries and other things. So let's see. And the one thing that I do like about nature is that, how many times have you walked in the woods and you see a vine growing around a tree, or you see, what are the sweet berries? My favorite, sweet berries. And the sweet berries are, clinging to something else. So nature, everything coexists and mingles and thrives off of each other in nature. So I don't mind, adding things that would really coexist together and overlap. And I'd like a little bit smaller mushroom here next to this, next to the bird. I don't want anything so tall. Oh, that lily pad there. I don't know how that got in there. That may have to go over with the other. I don't see any smaller mushroom there. This is a I don't think that's the route I want to go. Let's see. Maybe we could put a couple words on top. I could put the Be Passionate. We could just add a saying. Be passionate. That may be all that it needs right there. Is just that little, I like that, please respond. I think I'm going to go with that. I like that. It's just the focus is on the bird. So I think we have a winner. All right. So I hope you're enjoying these tags, and I've given you a new little idea. I'm sure it's not a new idea. I don't believe there's anything new out there anymore. Might be a new idea to you. It's a new idea to me. We're going to we'll put that right there. And you know what? I think I'm going to get this. I don't want all that white. I could cut it off, but I just want a little different shading and have the border around it. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, we'll put this right here like that. And then we will add our beautiful bird. There. Okay, we're going to put that right there. I want to cover up that stitching. And if the back of your, obviously it's picked up some, you can always back this again. You can glue it down on something else if you don't want these little specks on your paper. This doesn't bother me. It just looks a little bit more aged and used. I can write over that with no worries. Okay, so where do y'all see my saying go when I flipped this over? Let's see here. It's not here. It's not here. See, this is the kind of things I go through, and it's like that drive me nuts. It's not in my lap. See? It's not here. It's not here. All right, well, I'm going to set this aside because I'm sure it will show up. I have no idea. It probably went under one of these little bird things when I flipped it. Oh, boy. So these are the things that aggravate me, because obviously I'm not that careful with my little pieces, but I will find it. So let's move on to this one, and then I can always put another one on there. I have a Live Passionately. We can put that on. So see what I'm saying about plans and how they change, and all right, I'm going to attach that before that one disappears. But it's okay. It's all good. Passionately. There we go. I like that better anyways, right? I like that better anyways. All right, then all right, one more, and then we'll add a tag, or we'll add our ribbon. So let's start. I'm going to start with a mushroom first. I don't like that red. The red is too much. And let's see here. I really like that coming down. We're not going to use the berries on that one, are we? And let's see here. Let's see. I have this nest. And then I could just trim that off. What do you think? I think we should use the nest, or do you think we should go with those are a little bit bigger, a smaller bird. Let's see if I can get a little row of mushrooms here. That. And I need to stop picking that berry up. And then maybe I can find a little bird for down below here. Let's see what I have. Cut the green out. I like this one here on the little branch. I'm going to cut this green out. Okay. Do y'all like to fussy cut? I do. I find it's, for me, a lot of people don't like to do it. They find it very tedious, but I like this kind of work. It really takes my mind off of things. It's like when I do my embroidery. The only thing I can focus on is not cutting into the image, how close I want to go around the image, how much I want, to take off. It's a good, for me, it's a good thing. All right, so I'm going to put that bird right there. I like that. I think that's pretty. All right, so let's attach that, and then we'll be done. We will be done. Then I can move on to a new project. I'd like to pull out I've been cutting a lot of vintage sewing patterns, the images. So maybe I'll make some ephemera using the gals off of my Simplicity. And I'm going to move this to the side just a little bit so you can see that clock. I want to be able to see my clock. Make some fun tags and things. let's see here. What do I want to do with it? I want to, I want it like this. That's right. Yep. Okay. And the other thing I need to do is, I don't know about you, but I'm having a hard time scheduling my time between my Bible study, which I like to do first thing in the morning because it really puts me in an uplifting mood for the day. Between that and then my workouts, which I have to do first thing in the morning. My mornings are busy, and then I figured one day a week I'm just going to film. But my commitment for 2021, or 22, excuse me, talk about living in the past. I just had to get some stuff ready for the accountant this morning. He had questions, so I had to go back to 21. But I have not carved out any time to do my family photos, and that's what's really important to me. And I really need to do that. So I got to sit down today and make a schedule out, almost like the old school schedule where you had math. You know, you might have had math every day, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Gym was Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I think I'm going to have to make that kind of schedule so I can get my stuff done. All right, so I'm really loving this sari silk here. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue with that pretty little pattern. And this is going to conclude today's video. And I just think these are the sweetest tags for your nature journal, your gardening journal. Wouldn't it be nice to have a journal that you could take on walks with you, even if you went to the city park, if you're in a city and you went to the park and you took your journal and you had these tags and you could write on them. There. So let's push all of these out of the way so we can give full attention to what we created today. So we created these two tags from ARTYmaze, and then these were last night's tags, and then we also did this one, and this one. So I hope you liked this video, everybody. This was a real joy to work on these, and I hope you take some stenciling to your tags to dress them up, and I think they are just wonderful. So thanks everybody for joining in. Peace, love. Give your family member, give them all a hug. Tell them how much you love them, and enjoy your day. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.